This is Sarina Dorie, and I am going to speak with you about one of my favorite books that definitely has had an influence on my life. In the background here, I have my special guest, Jack Sparrow and Mr. Skull, so they'll be hanging out with us today as well in my windowless room, which will have interesting lighting. When I was in college, I started reading Harry Potter, and I had a slightly different response than other people, and part of that is because a lot of the people reading it were 10-year-olds who imagined that their owl would come and bring them their letter, and they would be invited to Hogwarts and become a student at a magical school. But I was going to school to be a teacher already. And in my imaginings, I thought, what would it be like to get an acceptance letter as a teacher and be able to teach at Hogwarts, because that really would be much better in my mind than being a student. So for years, I have thought I would love to be a teacher at Hogwarts, and I did teach a class for a while called Myth, Magic, and Muggles, and it was after school class, and I dressed up as a witch and talked with a British accent, and the kids really liked it. Eventually, I started writing a series called Womby's School for Wayward Witches, and this is the first book in the series, Tardy Bells and Witches' Spells, before the character actually goes to the magical school. Here's the third book in the series, Witches Gone Wicked, when the main character actually does start to teach at the school. The premise of the story is, you think you know the world of magical boarding schools, but not from a teacher's perspective at a school for at-risk youth. And so I really do take a lot of my experience teaching and slip in little stories of my life. So it's almost like a very creative memoir, but of course I have to have greater conflicts and magic and things like that, so it's not really real. But I love stories with magic. I love school stories, teacher stories, so it really is a combination of that. I would say stories like The Magicians also has influenced me, but I love the feel of being in a fantasy world. So I can't imagine anything more enjoyable than actually getting to write about something that I love.